Work to maintain tyre temperature, Casper?
Is the safety car for Aiden?
Aiden's had to come in. Now's a good time to catch up with the field.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Nice work, Casper. Push for 10th. See if you can salvage some points.
Yeah.
Return the position immediately or we will be penalised. There is no overtaking during the safety car period. Right, pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead. Give that position back. We are under safety car conditions and cannot overtake. Return the position. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
Hey, if you don't behave yourself from now on, we're going to end up disqualified.
Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. P13, you are currently in P13.
Sonoda is ahead of you.
The gap to the car ahead is 1.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums.
Giovinazzi behind.
They're on fresh mediums. Our gap to first place is 8.9 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 8 laps to go. You have 11th place. Leclerc ahead. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums.
Tsunoda behind.
Less than a second separate you. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 9.7 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 7 laps to go. You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up. You have P3. Hamilton ahead. Gap to car in front is 3.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Bottas is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. The distance to the leader is 5.8 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Ackerman's done. The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts.
Today's race certainly had its ups and downs for you, Casper. Are you pleased with that performance?
Yeah, it wasn't easy today. I somehow kept finding myself in the wrong place at the wrong time, so really happy to salvage some points. The safety car gave me a good opportunity to turn things around. Pretty pleased overall, yeah.
Speaking of the safety car, Devin Butler has gone on record calling you lucky to get the result you did. Did luck come into it today?
I'm not going to comment on what Devin has to say, but safety cars change races. It's just one of those things that's going to help you on the day or not. Thankfully, it went our way today.
Teammate Aiden Jackson was forced to retire today. Would you say he's going through a bit of a rough patch?
Well, people have been giving him a bit of a hard time lately, but we all go through these patches from time to time. He's a promising young driver with a lot of talent. He'll come good.
Thank you for your time.
Ryan.
Cass, are you busy?
Well, actually,
Look, I need you to come to the office. Can you pop by now?
why? What's going on?
Nothing. Nothing. I'll tell you all about it when you get here.
Can't you just tell me now?
Thanks so much, Casper. Really appreciate it.
Casper,
What's going on?
we need to clear something up. Take a seat.
Clear what up?
Aiden thinks it's his fault that you're retiring.
I'm sorry, Casper. I do respect you. Quite a lot, in fact. And I don't want you to retire. I didn't mean the things that I said. And I want you to know that if you're retiring because of me, I'll...
Will you tell him? This anxiety, it's no good for his performance.
I'm not retiring because of you.
Everyone says...
I'm not retiring because of you. Can I go now?
No. You're going to give him 2 minutes of your time.
Well, Brian, what am I? His therapist?
2 minutes, Casper. That's all.
Everyone says...
Everyone's an idiot. Look, I'm not retiring because of you. I told Brian after Zandvoort. I'm sorry you found out the way you did.
It's tough.
Yeah, can be.
The press. Social media. I don't know. How do you deal with it all?
Listen. There's only a handful of us in the whole world who get to do what we do.
Yeah.
A handful. You deal with it by never forgetting how lucky you are to be here. Understand? Never forget.
Hey, Casper,
Yeah?
do you ever forget?
Sometimes. Sometimes we all do.
Well, it's nearly time to get today's Grand Prix underway. We've got a number of drivers in contention, but of course, only one can claim that coveted top step of the podium. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. And it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Norris, Sergio Perez, and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, and Pierre Gasly, Mazepin, Ackermann, Esteban Ocon, and Butler, Jackson, Russell.
We're expecting rain in a couple of laps, Casper. Repeat, rain is forecast.
Nice move. Good job.
Okay, DRS is now available. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
The tyre situation is pretty touch and go right now. We think the slicks may still be quicker, but it's very close, and you're going to struggle to keep them in the temperature window. The inters are ready when you need them. You're leading the pack. P1. Hamilton is behind you. Less than a second separate you. They're on fresh softs. Pit window will open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. 9 laps to go.
A new strategy is available on the MFD. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Go, exit now. We're racing on the exit.
Aiden is coming in for his stop.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. Alright, we're seeing puddles now, and the dry tyre isn't capable of moving that water out the way. Looks like we're around the crossover point for the intermediates. Okay, careful with the overtakes. That was very risky. We could have received a penalty. A few teams seem to be putting intermediates on now. Come in and switch over if you need to. The radar's showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain. Complete, go now. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
We're expecting rain in a couple of laps, Casper. Repeat, rain is forecast.
Fantastic. 2 cars at once. Very well done. That's P4. You're into P4.
DRS is now enabled.
The tyre situation is an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got right now.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Copy. Okay, you only have to stop once now. 1 stop left. Your pit window is open. Pit window is open. Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled.
You're doing well out there, keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
Release, release.
Aiden is in the pits. Aiden in the pits.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres. Nice work, that brings you up a place. You are in first position, front of the pack. Verstappen is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 17.3 seconds. They're on fresh inters. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 7 laps to go. Verstappen behind. The gap behind us is 17.3 seconds. They're on fresh inters. The time last lap was a 2 minute 26.3. You're leading the pack. P1. Verstappen is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 19.1 seconds. They're on fresh inters. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 7 laps to go. Exit. Exit now. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. You are in first position, front of the pack. Verstappen behind. They've entered the pit lane. They're on fresh inters. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 6 laps to go. We've seen a couple of moments from other cars in the last lap or so. The intermediates are definitely starting to struggle. Might be time to move on to the full wets.
Aiden is coming in for his stop.
You're leading the pack. P1. Verstappen is behind you. Our gap behind is 29.3 seconds. They're on fresh wets. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 6 laps to go. Okay, a few drivers are fitting wet tyres. We might need to change soon. You are in first position, front of the pack. Verstappen behind. Okay, the gap behind is 29.3 seconds. They're on fresh wets. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 6 laps to go. Go now. You're leading the pack. P1. Verstappen is behind you. The gap behind us is 29.5 seconds. They're on fresh wets. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 5 laps till the end. Verstappen behind. The gap to the car behind is 29.5 seconds. They're on fresh wets. The time last lap was a 2:25.8. Verstappen is behind you. Our gap behind is 29.5 seconds. They're on fresh wets. The time last lap was a 2:25.8. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Go, go, go. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. Okay, clear. You are in first position, front of the pack. Hamilton behind. Okay, the gap behind is 5.3 seconds. They're on fresh wets. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining. Okay, I think the track will be drying out quite soon. Mind you don't burn out your tyres. You're losing 2 seconds a lap to the car behind. 2 seconds. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. You're leading the pack. P1. Hamilton is behind you. The gap behind us is 23.0 seconds. They're on fresh wets. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
You are in first position, front of the pack. Hamilton behind. The gap to the car behind is 33.7 seconds. They're on old wets. This is your final lap of the race. You're leading the pack, P1. Hamilton is behind you. Our gap behind is 35.6 seconds. They're on old wets. This is your final lap of the race. Great job, you've done everything we wanted today.
Another top 5 for Aston Martin's performance today has shown that they can be competitive with the biggest names.